Hi guys, welcome to this YouTube channel. What are the 10 most common mistakes that any business owner makes? Well, at least I made all of these myself, and I know that the majority of people made them too. So let's get started. Number 1, this is the most common. You start a small business because you need the money, and I know that we all do. That shouldn't be your most important reason why you started. Money is not something that motivates people, and believe me, when you start to grow your business, problems start to come out. And if you only get motivated by money, you will lose motivation very soon, and you will lose track of why you started on the first place. Try to figure out what is your high purpose. What is your, the biggest passion that you have in life? And if you do things right, money should come afterwards. Mistake number 2, you don't have an audience or anyone to sell your product. I know that we don't have an audience when we are just starting out, but we have to create one from day 0. The majority of businesses just go knocking on doors trying to sell to neighbors, friends, family, and they don't have an audience of die-hard fans, and that is a really big problem. So start your audience right now, open up any social media platform and start creating that community. That's gonna bring you lots of sales. Mistake number 3, you don't research properly. You are not sure about what product are you going to create, to what group of people, and what problem they're going to solve. You just start something because of intuition, because you think it's the right thing to do, because you think that opening up a restaurant there in that street, it's gonna be a succeed. And after you invest a lot of money and after you start your business, you realize that wasn't the best decision, that wasn't the best spot to open up a restaurant, but you didn't research prior to that. So research first before investing any money. Number 4, before investing on marketing and before launching your product and making it big news, you have to test it first. You have to test your product or your service with at least 10 people. Rule number 1, those people shouldn't be friends or family because they won't tell you the truth, they won't hurt you. Test your product, make the right changes. Please ask for all of the feedback that you can with those people and ask a testimonial in return. Since your product or your service is going to work, they should have any kind of result. Record that, ask for a testimonial, that is pure gold. Mistake number 5, your product doesn't add any value. It's not one of a kind, it's one of a lot of products or services. It doesn't stand out. So why should people care? Why should people buy from you and not from your competitor if your product makes no difference? If they already trust your competitor, they are going to continue buying from him because your product is basically the same. Why should they change? Okay? Do not copy paste something that already exists because you are not going to make a lot of sales. Mistake number 6. And this took me a while to understand. Any product or any service should solve a specific problem. We all have problems as human beings, and we want the solution. We want the antidote of those products, of those problems. And that antidote should be your product. So you need to find out what does it hurt, how to move people from their current situation and move them to a new one. And that new situation is going to be after they try your product or your service. I know that your competitors perhaps are already solving a specific problem, the same problem that you want to solve, but they are committing mistakes. They are creating new problems out of their product or service, and they don't even notice it. But their bad service and their bad way of doing things are creating new pains. Try to solve that and you're going to make a lot of sales. Mistake number 7. You don't speak directly to your client. You speak with words more proper or more advanced and you intimidate them. Or perhaps you have a lower vocabulary and they feel like you don't know anything at all. So please make sure that you know their language, that you are an equal as them, and you speak like a friend. How do you speak to your mom, to your friends, to your partner? Create an empathy between you and your clients, and they will trust you, believe me. Mistake number 8, and this is a classic. I used to think that my product or service was for everyone. Since I love my product, is my baby, is my creation, why shouldn't everyone love it, Everyone should be in love with my product. That is a really common mistake. Not everyone is going to buy from you, not everyone is a potential client, and not everyone should like what you do. You need to really research who is your target audience, who is your prospect, how does he look like, make an identity, make a profile, and try to look more people that look like that. But do not try to think that you are going to target everyone, because you will end up targeting no one. This is a very important thing to have in mind. Mistake number 9. Since you have a revolutionary idea that's gonna change the world and your product and your service are one of a kind, you have so much passion and energy into what you do that you invest a lot amount of money into that. You create a restaurant with the best machines, the best tables, the best designs, or you create a product with the best things in the world without, testing it first, without seeing if it actually works. And it's really hard to get that return on the investment if you haven't tried before. So start your company, start your business with the smallest amount of money that you could possibly start. With what you have. I started my business with the computer of my house, with some equipment that my mom had from the kitchen that she didn't use, and I started with what I could. The less you invest, the better. Until sales starts to roll up, you start to invest money. And start to invest money by priorities, by things that are really important, but not on luxury, on design, on things that are not worth it. It doesn't matter if you don't have the most beautiful office right now. Just start and get some sales and invest the least amount of money possible. Number 10. This is also really important to have in mind. Most of us are afraid of starting a business because it requires a lot. So we don't want to start by our own. And we want to have a partner. Usually that partner is friends or family. But that someone is not necessarily the ideal person to start a company. So do not have partners that are not going to bring anything important to your company, because you will end that friendship and you will end that relationship. My grandfather used to say, and this is really important, Anna, try not to have partners, but if you have to, try to pick someone who's either richer than you or smarter than you. But they need to bring in the table something really valuable. So if they have the money to invest and you don't, okay, you put the knowledge, they put the money. And if they have the knowledge and you have the money, okay. But do not pick a partner who doesn't have any experience, doesn't have a work ethic, doesn't have any money, doesn't have anything to put into. Why are you picking it? If you're going to have that partner, it's better to be alone. It's like a relationship. For bad relationship, it's better to be alone. So it's the same in business. If they're not going to bring anything good, it's better to be alone. Nothing will happen, you won't die. And you can find partners along the way. So these were my 10 recommendations for any small business. I hope they were useful for you. I lived through all of these, I experienced all of these, so believe me, if you can avoid them, you are going to avoid losing a lot of time and a lot of money. The most important thing is for you to start right now, not tomorrow, not in a month. Start. Everything will come to place. You just have to start. That is the hardest thing to do. Please know where you're going, where do you want to go, and what do you need to do in order to get there. And that is going to save you a lot of, time and a lot of energy. Good luck and start your business today. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye. See you on the next video. Bye.